What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the wrestling news on September 3rd, 2024 for you all. Today, we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you Assassinators need to know from the Wrestle Talk article, starting off with AEW All In London 2024 turnstile count confirmed, in the AEW All In London 2024 turnstile count has been confirmed via a new report from WrestleNomics. Over a week on from the second All-In event from London's Wembley Stadium, we now have a confirmation of just how many people were admitted into the stadium for the event. And WrestleNomics have reported that the turnstile count was 46,476 for All In, with this number confirmed via a representative of Brent Council, the location government of which Wembley Stadium is located. On August 25th, WrestleTix estimated that 53,393 tickets were distributed for the event, either sold or given away for free, 2 days after this AEW president Tony Khan announced on Twitter that over 50,000 tickets in total were sold for All In London. As noted, in WrestleNomics, reported this marks a 36% decline in turnstile count. I mean, their count for the event and compared to last year's All-In event, with the same percentages, dropping for both the announced paid attendance by AEW and the tickets distributed figure from WrestleTix. This also means that 13% of tickets sold or given away ended up not being used at the event, which was the same the same percentage as 2023's All In London also. But what are your thoughts on these drawing successful numbers? Okay, as what I was saying, what was your thoughts on on this number? Do you think this is an increase, and it's only going to get higher, like every year, like when they have an all-in show? Like, and do you think this is a good sign that it's getting better, or do you think this is just some lucky strategic numbers, like for the fans being interested and they happen to put on a great show than last year? Which I thought so too. Like, and I even said that on my review video. Make sure to check that out. Let me know in the comments down below. But let's move on to a WWE news. As it says, a top star says like major Hollywood movie role like was taken away from them. A top WWE star has revealed like that a role in a major Hollywood movie was taken away from them several years ago. Like, and yeah, this is some very intriguing news indeed. Like, and it says in late 2022, like it was reported by Fightful Select that Damian Priest was asked to read the from the role of Namor in Marvel's Black Panther, like Wakanda Forever, as well, like as another role like in the film. And and Priest never landed the role, like with it being unclear, like at the time, what happened. Thankfully, now we have the answer. Like as the former WWE World Heavyweight Champion explained all to Chris Van Vliet on the latest Inside podcast. Uh, Priest confirmed that he did, like in fact, like secure a role in the film. However, it was taken away from him, like and not by Marvel, all but confirming it was instead WWE who did so. And he explains it was all long story, but basically like it got taken away from me, but not from Marvel. Following Priest's comments, Van Vliet would mention that the previous regime in WWE was less open to stars working on outside projects unless the company had a hand in them, like also like and Priest was then asked whether he would be open to working on another Marvel project like in the future, which he said this in response: I'd be cool with I'm ready. It's funny because now I'm boozer than ever. Like look, I come what may, I'm good with it. Like maybe I'll do something like that. I do that and go a different route. Like like and and I'm not sitting here I'm not sitting here with you being a world champion. I won a world championship at WrestleMania. I don't know it that if that happens, like in either this year, Priest signed with Hollywood talent agency Paradigm, like of one of many stars in the company to do so, like this year, along with the likes of CM Punk and Tiffany Stratton and among others. So it would be more likely that Damian Priest would get a Hollywood movie role, even if it's a cameo appearance. Like, let me know in the comments down below. Do you think he's going to get another offer, perhaps from Marvel, or maybe something else entirely from another like movie production company, like to be have a major role or maybe a minor role, or whatever role they have like for him to play? Which I think if he gets the part of a major role, I could see him playing either the hero or the face. I mean the hero or the villain. Well, I thought I'd say heel, but I meant say hero or the villain, like in the movie, like someone that like Gunter could play a good villain like in a movie. I could see Damian Priest could play either role like in an action movie, like some kind of like an action hero packed movie, or maybe a superhero movie. Which, if he played a role in Black Panther, I think he would have played an excellent villain. Like, not because that he's not like an African descent, is because he could play like he could play a general heel. Like, even if he was playing like a Captain America villain or a Spider-Man villain, perhaps, or Thor, like he would play that good role in the villain as the villain on the superhero movie. Like, not because of the ethnicity, it was because that he has that look, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he has the what's that word that they use in Hollywood? They have. I'm trying to think of the word right now. He has that. What's that? It's another word for like the image that people and like the directors and the production team like would look for in like in an upcoming movie project. Well, let me know in the comments below. Will he ever get a role like that ever again, or do you think he's gonna have something totally different? Like now that he's signed with the Hollywood talent agency company. But we're just gonna have to find out once we hear any latest news on the movie project that the former world champion and the Terror Twin will be attending to. Like if we don't see him on WWE programming, of course. But let's move on to the next slide. We got major championship match not planned for Bad Blood in 2024, and the undisputed WWE Championship, like or the undisputed WWE champion, I should rephrase it. Cody Rhodes won't be facing Sol Sikoa at WWE Bad Blood. Go figure. Like, even though this is all speculation for now, but it may come into reality. But let me finish this article by saying, according to a recent report, like it says that Rhodes and Sikoa faced each other at WWE SummerSlam last month on August 3rd, which is exactly from today. It's been a whole month since they fought each other, and in 2024, like of the event, obviously in a bloodline rules match, like which brought the return of the original tribal chief Roman Reigns, and and uh and with Rhodes retaining the undisputed WWE Championship, also in Bash in Berlin, where and it saw that he where he retained the championship at SummerSlam and at Bash in Berlin. 4 weeks later, he also retained against his best friend, the prize fighter Kevin Owens. Like Sikoa made it clear that he wanted a match with the winner, like of the match, like with with the with the winner being Cody Rhodes, like it later being confirmed by WWE that Rhodes would respond to the tribal chief's offer on this week's episode of SmackDown on September 6th. And while many assumed this would result in a match being booked for Bad Blood on October 5th, a month after this being confirmed, that may not be the case. And like and let alone what the company itself want to have in store. Like while speaking on the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer stated that we won't be getting the rematch at Bad Blood specifically, but it is still in the company's plan. And what he mean by saying this, like he had this to say on the latest edition of his radio show. Uh, from what I was told, Cody and Solo are not scheduled for Bad Blood. I don't know like when that match is gonna be. Like they are obviously they're obviously on Friday's show, like going to set up a match. But what is your thoughts on Cody Rhodes taking on Solo Sikoa? Do you think it will be indeed on Bad Blood, or do you think it's going to be on another date? You think it's going to be like the SmackDown on the premiere show, or on the return of the USA Network, or maybe even after that? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And I've been saying this for the last couple of days. I think it's most definitely going to be going to be on next week's SmackDown, week from this Friday, when they're going to go back to USA, because they've been hyping it up like if it's some kind of a big super duper whooper show. So why not do like the main event match be a WWE Championship contest? Like the winner gets the become the walk out of there as the WWE Championship, which you can also call it the SummerSlam rematch a month later, in September, of course. So yeah, like why not do the rematch right here? Like just saying, like it would just make storyline sense, if that makes sense, of course. But I don't know. Let me know down in the comments about that on that note. But let's talk about like it was previously reported that Drew McIntyre and CM Punk were currently planned for the PLE in October, like perhaps in a Hell in a Cell match to settle their differences there of them odding up the evens, like in the rubber match. And also we also have there's some rumored plans for Braun Breaker to compete at Bad Blood, which is also revealed within Intercontinental Championship tournament to decide who's the next number one contender, currently underway. But yeah, but let me know in the comment section right down below, when do you think Cody's going to take on Solo Sikoa, which I think is going to be most likely next week. But I'm gonna let you guys to decide, if you agree with me on that note, or do you think it will indeed be Bad Blood? And sometimes Dave Meltzer could he can exaggerate. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that he's like a liar or saying that he's confused, but sometimes like his sources may not be fully accurate, if you know what I mean. But maybe they're accurate this time, saying there's not going to be a Bad Blood, which I totally agree on that note. Like, I think it probably won't be a Bad Blood because they're probably planning on something for maybe next week. But this is only my word. You don't have to take it unless you think of the same thing. Like that's your free will to consider. Like if you want to give a prediction, like when it might be. And yeah, it's funny thing I would think about that. Like I'm thinking like something what WWE might do, but I'm just giving it out there on my hot take. WWE didn't tell me anything. Like obviously, I don't even work for the company. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying nothing about this. I'm not sure if I'll be allowed to be doing podcast videos right now, unless it's not like if I'm not talking about the news, only just talking about what's been going on with WWE and maybe some stuff from AEW, giving out my opinions what might happen when it comes to the storylines. But until then, I'm gonna keep doing my my podcast like this on my free will, and tell you what I think about what's going on in the wrestling world. So yeah, make sure and to expect or not make sure and expect that from me for putting more putting more in the foreseeable future as well, like I'm doing currently. But next up we got Odyssey Jones, WWE status update following roster removal, with an update has been provided on Odyssey Jones's after he was recently revealed his profile was no longer on the WWE website. News that Jones Jones's profile had been. What are you doing? Hiding in these in my room. Okay, I'll let you hide them, but I don't know why. Because But anyway, like it's been recently revealed, his profile was no longer on the WWE web page. I mean, on the website. Well, I was about to say page, website. Like news that Jones' profile had been removed for WWE's roster page, no longer featuring like on either the main current roster page of Raw specifically. Roster page like emerged yesterday, and and like and Jones had recently been seen teaming with the New Day, beating debuting in a singles match like 411 days after being drafted to WWE Raw in 2023, despite appearing for with Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods on the August 19th episode of Raw. Like Jones was missing both last week's August 26th and once again in last night's September 2nd edition of the show in Denver. According to a report, Dave Meltzer has now provided an update on Jones's WWE on his latest Wrestling Observer Radio by saying, I've asked around, like, in if it had been like any kind of glitch, like or something. Obviously, by now it would have been corrected or have found out it was a glitch. I'm relatively certain he's done, but it has been like a confirmed anywhere. Like I've heard a bunch of stories, but nothing that I would say yes, Mama, like confirmed. But it looks like he's no longer with the company. Excuse me for a moment, but he hit it right there.
Yeah, you are smart.
Yeah, dang.
He's smart.
He's so silly.
I got something to tell you about Grandma.
Yeah.
And two, like I told you, the devil's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, June, the devil's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what did I tell you?
Mm-hmm. She was not gonna get kicked out. Yeah.
And number two, she want me and you up there like at like 9 or 10 on Thursday.
Thursday, okay. I'm a promise I'm gonna be ready for that. Yeah.
We're gonna go to her unit and help her get some of that stuff out, and then we gonna go to the store.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll be full available.
Okay,
You're welcome.
And she said, "Well, I was like, you want Louis?" She said, "No, I just want you and Julie
to
come up there."
Okay.
So, but we gotta come up there.
No, Trey, you're not right here. But anyways, as well, no, Trey, you don't learn from your cousin Kaizen. But anyways, anyways, his angles. No, that's not what they came to see her for. His angles like done like no mention on the show, like no clips. No, I gotta see what Dave Meltzer said. Birdie Bird, come on. Okay. See, no.
I want to go to Sam's Club too.
Okay.
We don't get to go like now.
Well, okay.
And then September, October, I really want to.
Please get some extra TP. Yeah. It comes out like when you do. Yeah.
Well, when we go.
Exactly. Yeah. But it was not right.
Yeah, and paper towels.
Right. Definitely need all the necessities and the essentials. But
and trash bags.
Exactly.
This is costing too much. But I was just telling you, when I told Grandma, devil is a liar. When the devil come in like a flood, the Lord holds up a standard against it. Don't play with God.
Right. His angles like done like no mention. Right. No mention on the show.
No. Stop. No. Here, can I have that juice?
Yeah, here you go. If Uncle Super Ninja Austin wants a Coke, like he'll get his himself. Yeah, like he'll get one as soon as he has lunch. Trey, you. No, stop. Anyways, no, don't. You know what? That's it. But anyways, Assassinator, like there's no mentions on the show, no clips on the likes of. No, you can't be touching all that. Stop! Can you see? Uncle's flipping it up. Sheesh. Have you ever had these days? But anyways, but yeah, no clips on likes if he's injured or something. Be careful. Like, quit acting all crazy. No acknowledgement of him at all. Like you know Kofi Kingston was on and there's no acknowledgement of what they've been doing. So he's off. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
At the time of this writing, Odyssey Jones doesn't appear on the WWE alumni roster, like on the alumni roster page, and as previously reported, is neither the WWE Raw or the main superstar page on. And what are your thoughts on Odyssey Jones not being on this week's episode of Raw nor last week's episode? No, stop. Really? But anyways, Assassinate. What was your thoughts on this what are your thoughts on this the latest news? Do you think that what are your thoughts on the today? What's your thoughts on Odyssey Jones not being on the roster? Do you think it? No. Do you want me to put Kaji out in the living room?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, let me know down in the comment section right now. Do you think his contract expiring or WWE getting ready to release him? That explains why he haven't been on the roster page. And funny thing to mention, we have not seen any updates about Odyssey Jones, nor any references or no name drops about the honorary New Day member. But yeah, excuse me for a moment before I can continue into this topic. But okay.
I'm gonna be on your back.
Okay. Why are you so
Go down. I'm flying. I'm flying.
Really? Thank that. He's adorable. Excuse me, Mama. Hey, Alexa. My rhymes will. But anyways, Assassinators, yeah, let me know in the comments below. I have to agree with this on Dave Meltzer again because for the simple fact we haven't seen him in weeks. Unless they have some kind of a surprising plan for the full all of us wrestling fans, I just don't see Odyssey Jones. I just don't see Odyssey Jones being making any returns to WWE anytime soon. Even though he's not on the alumni section. But it sounds like he's about to make some kind of an exit with the company. The way the signs are there. They do not show him on the roster page. They did not show him on the roster page, and for some reason they did not have him on the show for the last 2 weeks since he and Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston beat the Final Testament. It seems like there's some kind of a reason why they're getting rid of the former NXT star. I just don't know what's the reason of it. We're probably going to have some more updates, when it becomes available, and what's the reason why they could potentially let the big man go. But we're just going to have to wait and see when it does become available, and what was the explanation why he's been absent, or why is he about to make an exit, whether if his contract is expiring or they're going to release him, or whatever the scenario may be. But next up, we got reason for CM Punk Bash in Berlin win, which we all know what's the reason, at least the primary reason. But at WWE Bash in Berlin on August 31st, CM Punk defeated Drew McIntyre in a strap match. And the reason for the win has now been revealed. as can as can be seen in the highlight below. This news story, Punk was able to use his wily wily ways to hit the top, like to top of each corner, like post delivering multiple GTSs, on his opponent, which was Drew McIntyre, of course. Dave Meltzer has now revealed the reason for the massive win, on the WWPLE, on the same Wrestling Observer newsletter, saying Punk made him tap out. He gave him four GTSs. He touched all four corners, without the other guy touching the corner behind him. Like the mentality was that Punk had not had a big win. He had been in the company since November, and they just felt that he needed a massive win because he's a massive star. That is true. And first of all, what is up with Wrestle Talk having so many Dave Meltzer news? Like on his opinions, like first it was with who was it? It was what's his name? The status of Cody versus Solo Part 2 for the WWE Championship, like on a later date, but not on Bad Blood specifically. And also then the Odyssey Jones absent, and then now the CM Punk, the real reason why CM Punk won. And secondly, I think CM Punk totally deserved this for multiple reasons. Like the primary reason because of Drew McIntyre already got a win from him in this rivalry back in August of SummerSlam with CM Punk let his anger get the better of him at Seth Rollins for wearing this bracelet that has his wife and dog's name, and then also. Like he haven't got a win ever since he returned. Like maybe the only win that he had was against Dominic Mysterio at that live event at last December when they were doing that little holiday event special. Yeah, that's the last time CM Punk has gotten a win in WWE. So that's the good reason why that they did that. And it was at a massive event, and yeah, that's a good reason why they gave him this major win over the Scottish Warrior. And who do you think is going to win at the next PLE? Most potentially and likely, what the Bad Blood? And do you think it will be Punk again or McIntyre? That's a very tough one. It depends. Where the storyline leads up to, what makes sense, what's 2 + 2 = 4 even. We're just gonna have to find out by watching Monday Night Raw for the next few weeks and see and learn who might come out of this future rumored Hell in the Cell match. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about we got some Ricochet news now, as he revealed that Triple H had a conversation prior to his WWE exit. And yeah, this is a more interesting news to talk about on today's video. Ricochet have opened up now about the last conversation he had with Triple H before his recent departure from WWE. Having made his intentions to leave WWE clear ahead of his contract expiry, Ricochet was written off of television in an attack angle with Braun Breaker, and recently he has made his debut in AEW and had his first match with the company, having signed a multi-year deal. During an appearance on the Ringer, on the Ringer, the wrestling show, Ricochet reflected on how he was written off of WWE in the conversation with Triple H, saying, "Yeah, He's like, yeah, I think going into it, like I think like I knew like how my time on WWE TV would end. Like, and even later, me and Triple H had a little talk, and he was just like, anytime, anywhere. I mean, anytime, anytime, what's it? Anytime, anytime, whatever. Yeah, anytime, whatever. I don't know where that even came from. My apologies to you all, assassinators. But anyways, because I just hadn't resigned, like, and it was kind of like my last time there before the time ran up. Like, I think they knew I just wasn't gonna do it. Like, so I think they were just trying to give me a good out, like that made me, something that was open ended. What's gonna happen? So I think they wanted to leave it that way, but I think they knew that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't gonna happen. In the interview, Ricochet also revealed that he felt that he was to blame for his last WWE run, and we're going to talk about that right here up next. But before we get into that, I want to ask you, what's your thoughts on Ricochet? Like confessing that he did not confessing, more like revealing, I should say, that he had a conversation with Triple H, and do you think that that the working relationship is positive, and we might see Ricochet make a return to WWE one day once he's done wrestling outside of the Stanford-based promotion, most specifically with the Jacksonville one? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But let's talk about more about Ricochet reveals who he blames, like for his last run having issues, like which he blamed himself. To be a little spoiler here before I start reading this news story, like with Ricochet made his AEW Dynamite debut last week on August 28th after leaving WWE in July 2024, when his contract expired. Like, he had previously discussed his decision to leave WWE after just over 6 years, and why he chose to sign with AEW. Like, for the former Intercontinental Championship champions has now the former Intercontinental champion has now reflected upon his final months in the company. Speaking to the Ringer Wrestling Show, Ricochet revealed who he felt was to blame for quality issues in WWE, saying, "You can't place the blame anywhere, but I just blame myself. That's the only person I can blame because that's all you can do." Like, obviously, I didn't do something. I don't know what it was. For me, like, again, frustrating, like, is maybe like not the word, like, because again, my last couple of years, I met my future wife. I've met my future wife there. I made mad connections. Like, the locker room was always awesome. As far as creatively, like, I mean, yeah, there would have been more I'd like to do. Just again, like, mostly like for the fans, like that, but what to see me do stuff, not even for me. Like, it's more frustrating for me to see like the fans want me to go out there and actually do something of substance. Like, I was out there a lot. Like, I was on television like a lot. like I was used a lot, like, but the quality of what I was doing specifically wasn't there. Like there was uh, a lot of, let's say, quality of what he was getting, like just wasn't what I wanted. Specific Specifically looking at how his time in WWE would be spent before his departure. Ricochet went on to note this, that that's okay. That's how it falls. I can only blame myself. I can blame anybody else. I just can't. But it wasn't frustrating because I had a lot of good times. There still, but was there more, of what, like, I wanted to do, like absolutely. But man, I can't say it was frustrating because I still had a good time. And Ricochet made his make his AEW debut on at the All In pay per view on August 25th, 2024, with Tony Khan going on to confirm the signing, having competed in the AEW World Championship number one contenders Casino Gauntlet match at the pay per view. Like, he would go on to face Kyle Fletcher on his AEW Dynamite debut on August 28th, 3 days later. Uh, hi- Highlights from the singles match, like on last week's AEW Dynamite, can be seen down below. But what are your thoughts on the one and do you think it was his own fault, or whose fault was it? Like, for him not being pushed to the moon? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But it's like what everybody says, like, not everybody can get pushed all at once. Like, there's a reason why everybody has a place in line, like to get their the be what's that the getting get on their way to the top of the mountain in this business. But let's hope that a little bit much more better run, and let's hope that Ricochet will not screw himself out of any in the All Elite company. And do you think he will get a shot at the World Championship and would be better than his match against Brock Lesnar? Let me know also about that as well. I just think he could be the international champion or the TNT championship, low key, if not the continental championship. I think he could be either of the three, if not all three of them, being a triple crown mid card AEW champion. Like, if that does happen in the foreseeable future, of course. But let's move on, and that will probably be in the future in the next year or so. Like, but we're just gonna have to wait and watch because Ricochet just recently made his debut over a week ago. And let's move on to the next slide. We got the WWE stars status amid mysterious roster removal latest update. Like, in the latest on the status of a WWE star following his recent removal from the company's official roster page yesterday, after finally making his WWE Raw debut. And the person in question, over a year after his initial call up, none other than Odyssey Jones, was a part of the ongoing storyline with the New Day and Final Testament on the show. Like, after competing on the show like 2 weeks ago, Jones, like, has now been off television, like, for 2 weeks, like, with his name also not being mentioned at all on the show. Jones's profile on the official WWE roster page was nuked on Monday, leading to a lot, like, of speculation, like, about his status and whether his removal was a glitch, given it was deleted entirely rather than simply moved from the alumni section. in the latest on Jones, like WWE status per according to Fightful Select, Fightful was given a heads up on Sunday that Odyssey's status within the company had changed with no no additional clarification like being given, like and it was confirmed to Fightful on Monday that Jones was not present at Raw, nor was he was toward like into creative plans for the evening. Like following that, like Fightful was also informed that Jones like was not at last week's Raw show either, and was not toward like into immediate creative plans. With no further context being provided, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods referred Jones on last week's show, but did so without mentioning his name in any capacity. The talent that Fightful spoke to haven't from the company like about Jones's though like his removal like from the company's website is not a glitch. But what are your thoughts on this latest news update like with Dave Meltzer reporting that there's possibly some plans that they're probably not going to be using him because there's some plans that they're going to let him go rather than keeping him for any potential storylines and on neither the WWE, any of the WWE rosters, not on Raw, SmackDown, or even NXT, like even a return to the NXT brand. Like, but let me know down in the comments below what's the future of Odyssey Jones is, and and I and I think it probably is going to be like the I'll say the future endeavor kind of decision that WWE is probably most likely going to be making, which I'm gonna feel bad, which I'm most likely going to be feeling bad for the upcoming Raw star. And like we just not that long ago, like he's barely been on in storyline with the New Day against the Final Testament for barely a month. Yeah, like so. Like even though if they have anything creative for him, like and if they are releasing him, what was the point of even bringing him on the show? Even though like he's the best guy to use. Like if Kofi and Xavier don't have Big E, we got the next best guy, and that is and Odyssey Jones fits into that role. Like why not continue by putting them into different other roles, like some that you would put in Big E, like even if it's like a mid card run, like maybe even like have him be in some kind of like maybe he should have been the one that replaces Bronson Reed. Well, that one that gave what's his name an opportunity to get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship, Braun Strowman, or make it in some kind of a fatal four-way match on this match, like just to give Odyssey something to do. Like even though that one makes sense, and that would be fair from the other three triple threat number one contenders match, the like for the finals of the final four of the fatal four-way match for next week's Raw. But at least it's better than not using him at all. Like, but that shows that they're not gonna be using them anymore, and and it's only just a matter of time when they're gonna give him the axe. But let's but let's let's move on to the next slide. We got Adam Pearce heaps praise on WWE Raw performance, and then Joe Tessitore, like his live commentary team debut on September 2nd, like episode of WWE Raw along with Wade Barrett. Then it says right here, the pair will remain the voices of the WWE Raw show until they move to Netflix on January 2025. Like and ahead of Tessitore's work on last night, WWE Raw, it was reported that many within the company, especially on the production side, are fired up for his debut. Tessitore would go on to reflect upon his debut and enthusiastic reception like he had received on WWE Raw after last night's show. Another enthusiastic voice that put his weight behind Testator is WWE General Manager Adam Pearce, who tweeted out, congrats to my pal Joe Testator. He knocked it out of the park, and thank you Denver for treating him right. One down, so many more to go. Testator signed with WWE in July 2024, and was referred to as one of the most ver, ver, versatile in veteran voices in sports television. In the official announcement of his recruitment, Triple H reacted to the announcement, describing Testator as a absolute pro with incredible energy and a perfect addition out already star-studded announce team, with Testator joining the WWE Raw commentary team. Michael Cole heads to SmackDown until January 2025, when he will reunite with Pat McAfee when Raw debuts on Netflix. But here's the tweet with Adam Pearce congratulating the now Raw commentator that's likely going to be moving to SmackDown in January 2025. Once again, I'm going to say for the last time, when Raw moves to Netflix, which that'll be in the next 4 months from now. But you can see the tweet right there, on the site. And first of all, what is your thoughts on to Adam Pearce's praise for the latest commentator on Monday Night Raw? And what was your thoughts on his commentary work? And do you think he did a very fantastic job? I sure think he was. It seemed like that Michael Cole has never left Raw at this time, to go to SmackDown. It just seems like that. It seemed like he's also the next Michael Cole, next to what's his name, Vic Joseph, of course. They finally found another Michael Cole, even though it's for the main roster rather than on NXT. But let me know down in the comment section right down below. Do you think he will continue this success, as at least somewhat of a decent commentator that you be entertained of hearing, when he calls the action on the Monday night show? But let's move on to the next slide. We got okay, we got some Sheamus news show with him showing off wounds following a surprise WWE Raw attack. And Sheamus and Pete Dunne continued their bitter feud on the September 2nd episode of WWE Raw, during the Celtic Warriors the three-way match with Ludwig Kaiser and Braun Strowman, as can be seen in the highlights below. This news story, it was Braun Strowman who had replaced Bronson Reed, who was vicious over Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. The Intercontinental Championship number one contender tournament now sees Strowman joins the likes of Pete Dunne, Ilya Dragunov, and Jey Uso in the four-way match on next week's WWE Raw. Dunne made his presence felt in last night's match, attacking his former friend with a shillelagh and robbing Sheamus of any chance of victory. Sheamus has now revealed the injury to his back, showing bright red welt left by by the weapon like that can be seen below, like this news story in tweeting, and we can see it right on with onto the. And then yeah, that's not all though, because but yeah, WWE's number one contender. Oh yeah, what I'm talking about, like, and with them. But before we get into that, we got the caption right here, like with Sheamus, with yeah, with Sheamus then tweeted this, I believe, on X, saying what he doesn't release like is Irish retribution is completely different thing. Different thing. This is a completely different thing. Pete Dunne is this is war, and Dunne shared a photo of the shillelagh that he well. Or was it Pete Dunne? No, Pete Dunne said this. Like Pete Dunne shares a photo of the shillelagh that he had used on Sheamus, revealing, "Sheamus, you broke my shillelagh." Hopefully that was a perfect impersonation of Pete Dunne's voice, but anyways, in a response to that post, Sheamus would have appointed a response based on words from Dunn's NXT opponent, tweeting to quote Trick Williams, you a butch or something like that. This is where Pete Dunne and this and it states that Pete Dunne will indeed face Trick Williams on tonight's episode of NXT on September 3rd, and also took issue with Jackie Redmond for using his old WWE name, Butch, as can be seen down below as well. But here's the post that Sheamus shared on his X account, like which it sees Sheamus taking those shillelagh hits, and you can see the marks right into the left side of his back. But what's right? No, it's the right side of his back, of course. But yeah, that looks either way looks very painful. No, it is his left. Yeah, like it that line mark where you can see that Pete Dunne hit the shillelagh directly right on his back, and then here's there's Pete Dunne posting that with with this word and This word and Sheamus then responded back by quoting a Trick William trend by saying "you a butch." Like instead of saying instead of with a U it's an I. He instead he has the U, which is the old name of the bruiserweight. But yeah, what's called there's the shillelagh that was chipped and a little cracked up after using it against his former mentor of the Brawling Brutes. But here's the video from the bruiserweight right here, with him being stopped by Jackie Redmond.
You can tell him it was just a message from an old friend. So now I'm off to NXT tomorrow night to smash Trick Williams. See ya.
Wait, so I'll tell him it's from Butch?
Oh, Jackie. Don't call me Butch.
Yeah, maybe it's best that, like I said on my review video, it's best not to call the bruiserweight that name because he's no longer that name. He thinks that name is dead to him. But what is your thoughts on the aftermath of the matter, with both Sheamus's back and the shillelagh that Sheamus used to carry that's been stolen by the bruiserweight himself? And do you think Sheamus is going to get some retribution on Pete Dunne, of hitting him with that exact same shillelagh, or maybe a different one, maybe a new replacement, perhaps? Let me know down in the comments below either way. But let's move on to the let's move on to Drew McIntyre sends a message to WWE fan behind CM Punk bracelet after the Raw attack. And it says right here that that Drew McIntyre, the latest heinous act, saw him tear CM Punk's bracelet apart in on the August 2nd episode of Raw. Like the bracelet, like had been in instrumental part of the feud between the pair with Punk like regaining it at Bash in Berlin, with Punk wanting to put the feud behind him. Like McIntyre had other thoughts, as can be seen in the video footage below. This where is it? Oh, there it is. Down below in the news story, like it says, once again, seizing Punk's bracelet, McIntyre didn't keep it for long, like choosing to destroy, feed the beads like to his fallen foe, like, and brutalize him like for good, like brutalizing him for good measure. Like the fan who crafted the original bracelet, like has tweeted out meeting CM Punk at WrestleMania 40 in April 2024, writing, "Thank you, CM Punk. 12 years ago, 12-year-old like me, like and 20-year-old me are both crying. Like definitely like worth the wait." After last night's WWE Raw, McIntyre hunted down the tweet and responded like it with a message of his own that read, "His blood is on your hands." And the fan, I had a brutal response of his of her, like the fan had a brutal response of her own, like to the former world champion, with reminding him of by saying that by tweeting out 5 minutes and 46 seconds. Like 5 minutes and 46 seconds was the length of the time that Drew McIntyre was the world heavyweight champion at WrestleMania 40, of course. Thank you so much, Birdie Bird. Like until he got defeated by Damian Priest, with him cashing it in on the briefcase, like in part to CM Punk. And what is your thoughts on to the one that may excuse me, pardon me, onto that. But anyways, what was your thoughts on to that fan reacting to CM Punk destroying the bracelet that she specifically made for CM Punk when she finally met him at WrestleMania 40? Like at a, I believe, was it at a WrestleCon event like during the weekend? But we're gonna probably talk about that in another video. But the point is, yeah, what was your thoughts on to that, and with her provoking Drew McIntyre of reminding him of his shortest world title reign not only in WWE but in the history of his pro wrestling career? Like, and do you think that we're are indeed gonna be having a part 3 rubber match at Bad Blood, and perhaps in a Hell in a Cell stipulated contest? You decide onto that. And also, we're going to be hearing some reference to the one that made the bracelet, like by even name dropping at least her first name, which we do not know what exactly her name is, which I'm trying to see myself, but I don't see it. But we're going to probably see the reference on who made that. And I totally forgot, and I apologize for not mentioning about Gunther. Talking about like CM Punk wanted the shot against May, but it seemed like he already have a problem with a former victim of mine when I was the Intercontinental Champion, or something like that. He already has he had some problem with a victim that I made out of to a guy that I made a victim to my other title reign, which was the IC title or something like that. Like, but you'll never get a shot. Also, never get a shot at this championship because I am the Ring General, and I get to choose who's the World Heavyweight Champion, who's gonna face me for my World Heavyweight Championship as the challenger or something like down the lines. I forgot to tell you that. I apologize. I need to start being more active like that, like when it comes to my hilarious humor when it comes to professional wrestling. But let's move on. We got a new WWE Raw name comments on debut performance. Like the September 2nd episode of WWE Raw saw the new commentary team of Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett, like calling the action. Like the duo replaced Michael Cole and Pat McAfee until their pair returns to the commentary table in July when WWE moves to Netflix. When WWE Raw moves to Netflix, most specifically. Cole will be the voice of the SmackDown alongside Corey Graves, like, and from September 13th until July, January. Why I said July? Like he was on September 13th till the January and the and that until the Netflix debut for Raw. Like Tessitore joined WWE on July 9th, 2024, and was described as one of the most versatile and veterans, the versatile and veteran voices in sports television. Like in the official announcement of his signing, like with his first WWE commentary, like in the bag, Tessitore commented on his Raw debut, like in a video that can be seen down below in this news story, saying, "How do I feel?" Like points to the fans, like this is how I feel. You feel alive, you feel passion, and you feel intensity. Like you want to live in the red in life. Like that's what this is. Raw live in the red. This was an awesome night, like with Wade Barrett introducing Tessitore to the WWE Raw's fans on last night's show, as can be seen below. But as you can see this below, like on the story, the new announcer like also reflected on that moment by saying, I was into them. Like it was a great reception. It meant a lot to me. I brought out the little kid in me tonight. I went and I grabbed a bunch of T-shirts and merchandise. I spread the love, and I wanted to see smile, smile on these children's faces, and from start to finish. I thought like that what was thread like this evening. I thought it was thread this evening like was very special, and it was great to see it like night one in the books. Let's have many more. Like let's have many more. And Testator like would reveal that as a young wrestling fan, he skipped school to meet Big John Studd, and that he was the kind who was rooting against all the faces, going to assess his own performance on Raw, noting that's the kid that you got tonight. Like I wasn't great tonight. Like I wasn't great tonight. Like, but I was a passionate fan tonight. Like like Joe Tessitore will continue to serve as an as a play caller, like for college football on ESPN and ABC, like with the official WWE press release, like noting he has been like in that role since 2002. Wow, like he's been doing this for over 20 years. I did not know Tessitore been like a has been a journalist for that long. But let's show the video of Joe Tessitore saying this on this video that WWE posted down below. That
Joe freaking Tessitore! Tess, my guy, congratulations on your first ever month. Joe freaking Tessitore! Tess, my guy, congratulations on your first ever Monday Night Raw. How do you feel right now?
Well, first of all, you were awesome tonight. You were phenomenal backstage. How do I feel? This is how I feel. You feel alive. You feel passion-based, and you feel intensity. You want to live in the red in life. That's what this is. Raw. Live in the red. This was an awesome night.
Let me tell you something. This crowd is very into Jey Uso and the yeeting going on in the ring at the moment. But at the start of the night, they were very into you. What was it like to experience this
I
crowd?
was very into them. It was a great reception. It meant a lot to me. You know, I brought out the little kid in me tonight. I went and I grabbed a bunch of T-shirts and merchandise. I spread the love, and I want to see smiles on these children's faces.
Can we acknowledge what's happening in the ring right now?
This is beautiful.
Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley having a moment here.
And it should be a moment because of how the night started and Rhea bringing this together. This was an awesome match. From start to finish, I thought that what was thread through this evening was very special, and it's great to see it. But watch everybody just enjoy this. Here we go.
I think I heard it. I was like, didn't we just say that?
Oh my God,
How good is this?
and
Take one in the books. Let's have many more.
I got one more for you because you haven't probably opened your phone yet, but you got a lot
I
of
don't even have my phone out.
you got a lot of love online tonight throughout the show, and I know that you're a lifelong WWE fan. What memories come up for you as this comes to a close,
You
just
know,
of being a fan?
Here's the deal. It's the kid who skipped school in 8th grade to go meet Big John Studd. It's the kid who was rooting against the faces to root for Paul Orndorff. That's the kid that you got tonight. I wasn't great tonight, but I was a passionate fan tonight.
Let me tell you something. You were great tonight. Congratulations. I know you got a plane to catch, but thank you for this, and we'll see you next week
We'll see you next week.
for the season premiere.
Right. We'll see you then.
All right, thanks, Joe.
But what is your thoughts on that? On the latest edition of the commentary team of Monday Night Raw, like finally making his debut, and do you think he knocked it out of the park like Adam Pearce said, or do you think that he did pretty decent? Like, and what was your thoughts on the fans giving him a pretty positive ovation, along with Jey Uso in the ring, and with him doing the yeet wave right on him, like even though it was ringside with Jackie Redmond. And do you think like we're gonna see some more entertaining moments with him being the commentator on WWE Raw in the next few months? Let me know down in the comment section right down below, which he was doing a pretty fantastic job. And I even pointed that out. I was like, kudos to Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore, which they earned the Goofy Wrestling of the Night award, which they got the golden trophy from the SNA podcast. And I hope they do stick around as commentators, like even if they move over to SmackDown in January. But let's move on to the final news story, which we're going to be talking about right here, ending today's and next up we got a WWE star update, like following gruesome Raw injury, and I think I know exactly what they're talking about. And yes, it is, and it's none other than the Damage Control member Kyrie Sane. But I'm gonna talk about what she sustained, and I knew it. I knew this happened to be the last news story that I'm gonna be talking about on today's SNA podcast / wrestling news video, and it says right here: the September episode of WWE Raw saw Damage Control take on the unholy union with the current women's tag team champions at ringside. Like highlights from the match can be seen below, like the videos. I mean, see below, highlights can be seen below in the news story as Io Sky and Kyrie Sane took on Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, and Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair may have been watching. I mean, they may have been watching from ringside, but that didn't see them immune from the action. With Kyrie Sane hitting a dive on Belair, it would be Cargill who would level the damage control member with a with a e with a e etil with a in with in retaliation retaliation all the in-ring action saw unholy union come out victorious with damage control and the team of Belair and Cargill staring each other down post match. like Sane didn't came out came out of the match in injury. She didn't, but however, unfortunately for the former NXT Women's and Women's Tag Team and IWGP Women's Champion, she haven't came out injury free. However, as demonstrated in a photo that she shared on Twitter, as can be seen below, Sane took quite a hit to the eye, like like she took quite a hit of the eye region, of her face, leaving a bloody reminder of the evening's events. It was reported by PW Insider that Sane had suffered an injury after hitting the announce table, during the dive, to the outside. The report would go on to note that the damage control member had received stitches backstage after the match. Asuka would reply to the image with a supportive message written, "I'm glad you're okay." And then yeah, also tweeted nice damage control, with a love emoji right here, the hand love gesture emoji kind of. That's where Sane would responded to Asuka's support, with a message of her own, posting, "I did the damage control myself," with an arm flexing emoji, showing that she's strong despite getting hit right into the announce desk. And yeah, I did not know it was near her. I thought it was around her nose, the side of her face, because she was gushing it out. It was being gushed out. But yeah, anyway. And then we also got her also adding, "I miss you so much." And Asuka is currently absent, though injury, although she did make an appearance on the WWE tour of Japan. It was recently reported that Asuka has signed a new deal with WWE. But here's the post right here from the Pirate Princess. This is where, with a thumbs up emoji that shows that she's still okay despite this very scary injury. And yeah, and I pointed that out, and I normally hardly point injuries out when it comes to when it comes to during the matches, with her hitting face first, and then that made her bloodied up. I was like, ouch, like poor Kairi Sane. Like I hope she didn't suffer too much of an injury. I even spoke that I'm probably gonna be talking about this on the wrestling news tomorrow, and I am. And this is gonna be the last news story that I was gonna talk about. But yeah. Let me know about this in the comment section right down below. When do you think she's going to recover from this? And either, whether if it's sooner or later, I want to wish her a full and fast and speedy recovery, even though it's going to be much more sooner rather than much more later that I'm wishing for. So she won't be out for long. Like, hopefully this is nothing like a permanent injury that's going to keep her out of action for a while, just like her friend Asuka. And yeah, and hopefully when we see them back, they come back together as the Kabuki Warriors and going after for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Even though the current champs are the ones that I actually love to see them be a tag team champion until they lose them when the time when they split, like in probably most likely in the beginning of 2025 to build things up for their potential WrestleMania match. But yeah, until then, like, yeah, I want to wish the best for all the women involved in WWE. Same like in AEW as well. And hopefully, the setback won't be for long. But yeah, and I even said that even my nephew noticed this, like with her landing face first right into that middle part of the announce table, which that probably was the cause of her having this eye regional injury, like with her hitting that side of her eye and then making it make it go all bloody out. But let's hope that, yes, like I said, she recovers from this sooner. I'm gonna I give my well wishes and prayers and positivity, like all the positivities in the world at this very unfortunate time. But yeah, but this is today's wrestling news, the end of the wrestling news video for you Assassinators today. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Which one was your favorite out of this list? If I had to choose one, I would have to pick I probably would have to pick the between the real reason why CM Punk wins and the plans for Cody Rhodes defending his WWE Championship against Soul Sikoa at but not at Bad Blood, but probably on the premiere show, the season premiere show of SmackDown when they return to the USA. But yeah, again, let me know in the comment section right down below on what's your take onto this note. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and the post notification bell right beside it for more SNA videos. And make sure to check out my NXT review video where I'll be talking about Trick Williams taking on Pete Dunne, perhaps in the #1 contenders match, to see who's going to face what's his name, Ethan Page, in a future date. And then also the same goes to Hank Walker and Tank Ledger against the Rascals, Trey Miguel and what's his name, Zachary Wentz, against the Gallus Boys, Wolfgang and Mark Coffey, not Joe Coffey, because Joe Coffey's a leader and the older brother. And also we winner gets to be determined to face the new tag team champions, the new two-time tag team champion, whoever phrased that, Nathan Frazier and Axiom in a #1 contenders tag team match. And also we got we're going to see more of the follow-up to Julia's debut, with she's going to be pointing out the obvious along with other things about the other reasons why she joined WWE after leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're going to probably see all the excitement tonight, so don't be surprised if I even give it a 5-star review, like if it delivers successfully. But until then, I'm going to see you guys later, and I hope for you guys to have a very phenomenal afternoon, and I'll see you guys there on the next video with some more SNA content. Yeah, and again, Super Ninja Austin out. Until we meet again, I'll see you guys soon, Assassinators. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.